Hey everybody, it's Dizzy, and last night we went to the Wonder Woman movie, and it was so awesome. I said on my Facebook that this is the movie I have been waiting for since I was 6 years old, and it definitely was. So yeah, that inspired me to do a Wonder Woman inspired makeup today. Now, granted, this is nothing like the makeup Wonder Woman has ever worn in a movie or a comic book, because she pretty much doesn't wear any makeup, but I wanted to do something using her colors, the blue, the gold, the red, and do sort of something inspired by this character that I love. So if you guys would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've got one eye done and I've got my brows done, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye for you guys. So the first thing I'm gonna, oh, by the way, just a really quick aside, most of the products I'm using in this video are from Darling Girl Cosmetics. I am a promoter for Darling Girl, so some of this was sent to me, some of it I paid for. I just wanted to let you guys know right from the top. But I am using the colors I'm using because I actually, going through my collection, they were the best colors I had for this sort of Wonder Woman vibe. So that's why they're here. So I'm going to take their embellished eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. Then I'm going to take my Meet Match Tromoni palette from the Balm, and I'm going to take this matte Lin color, which is like kind of a beigey shade, and a very fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna put this all over to set that primer. And then I'm gonna concentrate a little bit more right under the brow bone, and then a little bit right on the inner corner of the eye. Alrighty, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a fluffy kind of brush, and we're gonna go in with our, you just wanna get a matte golden yellow color. In my case, it's Get a Room from Darling Girl, which looks like that. And I'm gonna take that and get it into my crease, and then down onto the lid a little bit, but not all the way to the end. So you want it mostly on the outer part of the eye, and then you want to drag it a little bit into the eyelid, but not go all the way to the inside, because remember, I'm leaving that blank. There we go. Then I'm gonna take that fluffy brush that I used before and just blend above it, just to soften that out a little bit. I'm even gonna go back in and take that like flesh tone color, that first color we used as a base shade, and get that above it. All right, so once you've got that, then I'm gonna take my sparkly gold color. You just want a gold that's pretty intense, as you can see from this eye that's already done. The one I'm using is Darling Girl Honey Pot, which is kind of like a very true gold. It's not too yellow. And then I'm going to take their Glitta Grip adhesive. I'm going to get a little bit of that on my finger, and I'm going to get that kind of in the middle of my eye. And I'm taking the same kind of flat brush, and I'm going to start packing on Honey Pot, the gold color, which, as you can see, is a pretty awesome gold. And then I'm wiping it off a little and going in with the brush kind of wiped off to blend it a little bit into the matte color, into the blending color that we use, that first color that we use, and getting that back on the inner part of the eye, and blending it over the gold just a tiny bit, just to make things a little softer. There we go. So that is the eyeshadow part of that, pretty much. I am going to take a very small, like a smaller kind of pencil style brush, this style, whoa, this one, and then go back and Matrimony and just take this. It's like a beigey tan. Any beigey tan will work. And I'm putting that just under the eye, a little bit on the bottom lash line, just so the bottom lash line doesn't disappear. That's gonna be important in a second. All right, there's my angled liner brush. And then I'm gonna take some of the Superstar Serum, which is kind of like Duraline. It lets you create a eyeliner out of your loose pigments or your eyeshadows. So I'm just gonna put, I've got this metal palette and I'm just gonna put a drop of it. And I did it already for this eye, that's why it has blue on it. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Pools of Passion. This is Pools of Passion. It's a really deep but still bright ocean blue. And I'm just gonna get some of that on the palette as well, like so, and mix them together until I get a consistency that I like to create the eyeliner. And I like mine a little bit more on the wet side. I would rather layer it than have it be too chunky at first. So I'm gonna stop talking so I can actually do my liner, since it's a little tricky. Okay, so I want to try to get it to match up as much as I can with the other eye. That's probably pretty good. That's close enough to being the same. I don't want to get real jiggy and try to perfect it and then make it worse. You know how your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins? My eyeliner tends to be sisters, not twins, or fraternal twins or something. And I'm okay with that, you know. Because if I sat here and tried to make my eyeliner absolutely perfect every day, I would probably just stop wearing it. I am going to put the NYX faux white pencil in Vanilla on the inner rim of my eye. There we go. And then I'm going to apply a mascara. All right, so for foundation, I'm going to use the e.l.f. eye primer. The e.l.f. primer, this Poreless Face Primer. It's the pink one. And I'm just going to put it on like it's aftershave all over my face. Then for my nose area, because that is particularly annoying, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eye Primer. And I'm going to put it on my nose. And I find this helps my foundation stay on better. Really, pretty much any eye primer on my nose makes a huge difference. Foundation, today I'm going to be using a combination of the e.l.f. Flawless Finish in Porcelain. So I'm using a little bit of that. And then, that's probably too much actually. And then I'm going to take a micro drop of the NYX Total Control Foundation in Natural. Because Porcelain was my perfect color for this during the winter, but now it's become a little warmer outside, and despite my best efforts to avoid it, I've gotten a little bit of a tan, so I'm having to refigure out my foundation. And I'm just using a blender sponge. I can't remember who makes this one. It's not too bad. This is probably a little too light still, but we'll work with it. One nice thing about mixing the NYX Total Control with the e.l.f. one is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish is a little thick, and the NYX Total Control is super thin and liquidy. So together they actually make this awesome sort of medium consistency that's great to work with. This is the e.l.f. Illuminati, and I'm putting it just right here in the ditch. This really dark area. The first thing I'm going to do is take Aloha blush from Darling Girl. This is a very neutral blush. And this is kind of what I've been doing lately, regardless of what makeup I wear. I take a neutral blush and get that on first. And then I'm gonna take a more like colorful blush. This is Paradise Peach, which is like a very pretty peach color. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and pop that right above where I put my neutral blush. Almost like I'm doing the draping thing. Okay. And then we're gonna take a highlight, and my highlight today is gonna be Lemonade from Darling Girl. And I'm gonna take the e.l.f. concealer brush, which is an awesome highlight brush. Lemonade is really fun. It's like a yellow, but it has pink flashes. I'll see if I can get it to show up on camera. But I don't want to go too wild with the highlighter, so let's see. And then of course, for my Wonder Woman look, I need red lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips in red blush lip liner from Essence. Okay, so I got that on there. And then I'm gonna be using Drop Dead Red from Darling Girl, which is a really pretty red, but it's a little softer of a red. It's red, but it's not like that super intense retro red, which would also look really good with this look. But because my eyes are a little intense, I wanted something a little softer. So I'm gonna let that dry down a little with their Balm Gloss in Princess of the Amazons, which I had to wear. I wore it to the movie last night because it's named after Wonder Woman. So I had to wear it. And I have to wear it again today, which is no hardship. It's this really cool color. So it's like a red with blue and almost pink, like glitter. And I'm mostly just wearing it like in the center of my lips. And there you go. So let's see, we'll zoom back a little. Ooh. Okay, so there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun doing this sort of Wonder Woman inspired makeup with me. Have you seen the movie? Are you going to? What is your favorite female superhero? I'm thinking of actually doing a whole series on Instagram of makeup inspired by my favorite comic book female heroes and villains. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.